Hey guys, good morning. This is Brad Krantz. Welcome to my Wednesday edition here. I'm going to be sharing some thoughts on 7 practical tips to achieve a positive mindset. This is from an article in Success Magazine from last year. It's about 10 months old, but I want to kind of recycle it a little bit and share some of my perspective on it because I think it's great. Positive mindset. I think everything really starts with our mindset, right? Um, it's the key to the physical mental benefits of positive thinking have been demonstrated in multiple scientific studies, right? A positive mindset can give you more confidence and it'll improve your mood, even reduce the likelihood of developing conditions such as hypertension, depression, and other stress related disorders. So it's really important, guys. But share with you some of my thoughts on it. Number one, I say to start the day with a positive affirmation. Okay, now for me, this is me personally. I start my day out with Bible reading and prayer, so praying about my goals, praying about where I want to go. But that's how I put positive into my mind. It's kind of like if you get out of bed on the wrong side, the rest of your day's kind of off. So you wake up late some days, you're panicked. You're running behind. Kind of sets the tone for at least, and if not most of the day, sometimes the whole day. So you want to start your day off right. If you start your day out with a negative emotion and a pessimistic view, it tends to carry throughout almost every other event you'll experience that day. Instead of letting those dominate, you start your day with positive affirmations. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be awesome. I'm going to be awesome today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that coming up, but I think how you respond to people when they ask, I'll just say, "How are you doing?" And people say, "Fine." I think, well, does that mean your body temp is 98.6 and you've got a pulse? I mean, what's fine? I say, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. Hey, I'm looking forward to my future. So start the day with positive affirmation. Okay, it makes a big difference. Number two is focus on good things, however small. You know, Inevitably we're going to encounter obstacles throughout the day. There's no such thing as a perfect day, right? Just life happens, stuff comes up. When you encounter a challenge, focus on the benefits, no matter how slight or how unimportant they seem. And I would just say, focus on good things, however small. Have an attitude of gratitude, guys. People recommend, I don't do this, but if you're having trouble with this, when you get up, maybe list 10 things you're thankful for. Hey, I'm thankful I can be here today doing this video for you. I'm thankful for the house that I live in, my family, roof over my head, food in the refrigerator, money in the bank account, all those type of things. But focus on the good things. I think we tend to focus so much on the negative or negative situation, negative circumstances that can tend to overwhelm our lives. So focus on good things, no matter how small. Be thankful for the little things. I think it'll make a big difference. If the store's out of food you want to prepare, think about the thrill of trying something new. As simple as that. Third is find humor in bad situations. From personal experience, 2018 was the toughest year I've ever had. I was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. I had a catheter in me for 9 months, which is not fun. I lost my only sister to colon cancer, and I lost my stepmom all within that year and within a month of each other, and I still kept my job. So humor in that, I just would say it this way, no matter how bad you had it, and I had it pretty tough in 2019, somebody's always got it worse. So find humorous situations about that. We still kind of laugh and joke about the catheter bags, things like that, that bad situation, but now I can it's behind me. I can look back and find humor in it. So I know that might sound a little bit off, but try to find humor in a bad situation, not making fun or downplaying a serious situation, but try to find it humorous. If you're laid off, imagine the most absurd way that you could spend your day. Maybe the most ridiculous job that you could pursue next. Out of every seed of adversity, there springs an equal or greater benefit. So you lost your job. I lost my sister, my stepmom. I was diagnosed with cancer. Again, my thought that came back to me is always, I'm thankful for what I have, and I'm not quite sure what it is totally, but things could be worse, and they really are, guys. Somebody's always got it worse off than you do, so be thankful for what you've got. Fourthly, this is a big one. Turn failures into lessons. None of us are perfect. We're going to make mistakes, okay? And we're going to experience failure in multiple contexts, in jobs, with people. So instead of focusing how you failed, think about what you're going to do next time so you can turn your failure into a lesson. Probably the biggest thing that I think we learn that's wrong in our society is failing, whether it's from Going to school, you failed on a test, you failed in a job interview, you failed in a marriage, you failed in relationships, you failed in a business, and all those we tend to think are, failure's not final. I'm going to share a couple things here, but book by John Maxwell, Failing Forward, Turning Mistakes and into Stepping Stones for Success. And guess what? On the inside flyleaf of the book, here's a key point, guys. It says the difference between average people and achieving people is their perception of and response to failure. So I really recommend checking this book out if you haven't. One of the biggest things about failure, my mentor Calvin Becerra, and he says all the time, he goes, I've learned, the guy's a multimillionaire, he goes, I've learned nothing from my successes. Everything I've learned is from my failure. And isn't that almost opposite to what we're taught going through school and life? But you can learn from your failures. You can turn your failures into lessons that can lead you for and towards success. So again, fail. If you fail, we're all going to fail. Fail forward. Okay, guys, what did you learn for failure? Example, you could come up with 3 new rules for managing projects as a result of some failure in business. How do I do something different? Okay, another big one, 5, is transform self-talk into negative self-talk into positive self-talk. Guys, we kind of live in a negative world that our self-talk is big, and I'm still working on this, guys. We tend to really, from the news, from things going on in the world, especially with our situation right now, our negative self-talk really can drive us. We got to turn that into a positive. It creeps up uneasily. I'm so bad at this, or I shouldn't have done this, or I'm a failure, I can't do this, I never do anything right. We've got to replace that with positive. So an example from, instead of saying I'm so bad at this, becomes once I get more practice, I'll get better, okay? Or I'll be better, way better at this, or I shouldn't have tried that, becomes that didn't work out as planned, maybe next time. Again, it kind of ties in with failing forward. I may not be the best at this yet, but I'm going to get better every day. I'm getting better every day, and personal development really helps out here too, guys, so that you can get a solid foundation. So focus on speaking the positive. Hey, I'm a winner. I can do anything that I want. I can achieve at this. I have value. I have worth. Okay, and start speaking positive. Then another one we probably don't hear about too much is focus on the present. Talking about the present, not today, not this hour, or this exact moment, but the present. You maybe got chewed out by your boss, or you and your spouse had a fight. But what in this exact moment is happening that's so bad? Again, forget the comment that your boss made or your spouse said to you. Forget what they might say 5 minutes from now. Focus on this one individual moment. Most situations you'll find it's not as bad as you imagine it to be. And again, I think, put yourself in the frame of mind again. No matter how bad it is now, it could be, somebody's got it worse. It could be a lot worse. Okay, so instead of dragging that forward into our day or week or whatever, try to focus on the present. That's something that takes some work. And lastly, guys, find positive friends, mentors, and coworkers, right? Sometimes that's kind of hard. Humorously, if you 5 of your best friends are negative, guess what? You're going to be number 6. So don't be number 6. Okay, when you surround yourself with positive people, you'll hear positive outlooks, positive stories, and positive affirmations. The positive words will sink in and affect your own line of thinking, and then that affects the words and similarly contributes to the group. But guys, I've worked really hard on surrounding myself with positive, successful, forward-thinking people, and I'll call them mentors in my life. I have 4 mentors in my life. One of them is my pastor. The other 3 are business partners of mine. So surround yourself with the right people, right? This goes down to the principle of association. Who you associate with is who you're going to be like. If you associate with people that have a foul mouth, guess what? You probably do have a foul mouth. If you associate with bank robbers, you're probably going to be a bank robber. If you associate with successful people that are moving forward, are future goal-oriented, have vision, but guess what? You're probably going to be like that. So you want to work to surround yourself with the right people. That's so critical, guys. I think a lot of times we just settle for, and we have people that, sometimes I try to stay away from people that are takers. I love to give and be a servant leader, but if people are just taking from me, those are people I want to back off with. So find positive friends, mentors, and coworkers. Mentorship is probably so downplayed, almost unheard of today, but it's so critical in our lives. So find people that you can look up to, that can mentor you, that can guide you, that can put you in the right direction. Almost in closing day, almost anybody can apply these lessons to their own lives and increase their positive attitude. As you might imagine, Positive thinking offers compounding returns. So the more often you practice it, the greater benefits you'll realize, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got value out of this lesson. If you did, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And as usual, I would encourage you to connect with me and follow me on my social media pages, guys. Have an awesome Wednesday. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.